morning. So today is June 10th, and after having a grinding day yesterday with a very small range which was able to take the previous day high, really nothing.
New sound, Gabe.
Oh, sorry. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, so I was saying that after a grinding day higher, which took the previous day's session, we ended coming back into, had a liquidation break at the end of the session, came back to almost the same, just below the point of control of the previous day's session. Now overnight, we had a little bit of a wild session. We had a range extension, 49.5 points. We had a break that left single prints, traded in this area for a while, right below our 60.43 target, and then another liquidation, which took us back to value, tested below value, and now is back at the top of the range, the top of the value area of the last 2 days. So for today, I wanna look at this area where we have those single prints and see, do we hold this area where we found the sellers, or do we just, or this becomes, or do we just like trade through it and then keep the grinding move going and then go back to where value is for the overnight session, and then finally go back to the 60-50 area that we've been talking about for a few days. So scenarios are attempt to take the single print, fail, and then chop around and stay in this area, or take this whole area, take the overnight high, and then keep moving into the 60-50s where we should see some selling. The other scenario is that we just hold this area, come back, and then break this overnight low, this low right here, and then come back into Friday's value. So we have two days up here, and then we have 3 day session here with value lower. So the question is, which area are we gonna be accepting, right? So look at that low volume node at 6,000. So initially, if we test it, I mean, we tested it a bunch of times and it's still holding. So this is another area to watch. Not only because of the 6,000 level, right, the big round number, but because we keep testing it and we keep holding it. So that's the other area to look at. Another thing to look for is that the fact that we are starting to roll over to the next contract, and we're gonna start seeing some rollover action, some sweeps that come out of nowhere, and some weird price action, which makes it a little difficult to trade. So next week is gonna be the last week of this current contract. So we should roll over either Friday or Monday, depending on what platform you're using. And then we also have the inflation numbers coming up, which this market is waiting for. So we could just have another day of chopping around, staying in this range until the numbers come out. When are the numbers coming out? Tomorrow we have CPI, and then the next day we have PPI. So between tomorrow and the day after, we are for sure gonna see some moves. The question is are we able to break out of this range, right? By the way, the other area, if we break the 6,000, the other area to watch is this 5960, which now has become a support area right here. So if we get here, watch for bounce, because not only is a low volume node, but it also is is the previous week's high, which is a 59.56 50, and then it's value area low for this session right here from the 5th of June, and it's the bottom of this single prints, right? This and the top of this spike right here. So this is an important area, 59.60. So that for me, the first touch will be a buy. So I'm trying to put this rectangle here, but it's not collaborating with me. Anyway, so 59.60 area, first touch for me is a buy, no questions. Small risk, right? Putting the stop somewhere around here, like around maybe 59.48 or so. 10-point risk with a maybe 20-point reward, like if we come back into this area. It depends on how we come there. If we come fast, I want to buy it for sure. If we're just grinding lower, very slowly, I don't know. I'll look at it and reconsider, but I think this is an important area. And of course, if it fails, then 59.20 is the next target to the downside. NQ. Let's look at NQ. So NQ, yesterday, it also broke the previous day's high, but it still hadn't broken this high right here from a couple of days ago. And we broke it during the overnight session, and same thing, like yes, we saw that liquidation back into this area. But the profile looks a little different. You see how this is, we had 3 days, and then we had 2 days higher. Here it's more like a 5-day balance with some support in this 620 to 640 range. And then we have some resistance here in the 2900 area, which is the, where we saw those sellers, and we also kind of like left a low volume area when we move up this session. So if we break through this 21,900, then the target above should be the 22,000 area, and then some resistance at 22,050 to 60. Below May's high, we have these 2 spikes, so we should see some support here, and then if that breaks, we take these 2 lows, then right here 21,450 will be the target. Crude, man, I'm kind of upset that I missed this, because I was talking about it for a while, and I saw this day, and I said it, if this holds, this is a good risk reward trade into the 66 area for a swing trade. I didn't take it. I said it, but I didn't take it. I'm kind of annoyed because I was waiting for this for a while, and then I just didn't take it. But it's holding, as long as it holds above 64. Well, I said 60, the 66 area was a target, and then I said after that we keep moving and get this. There's a little bit of resistance here at 66 50 to 66.70, which if we break above it, then the target becomes 67.60. right here. That's the 300. Actually, the yearly VWAP is below it, so 67.35ish. That's the target. And of course, if the first pullback should hold around here, the 64.60. And if it breaks 64, then 63.40 is the target to the downside. Gold is moving. Silver has been moving nicely. I don't usually track silver, but I saw this morning that was it's pretty strong. So you can see here there's a little bit of resistance right at the bottom of this previous range. But if we get above this area, which is a couple points away, about 64, then 33.80 is the target to the upside. And then we're still trading in this range, so 34.40, between 3,300 and 34.40 is the current range. So. And I think that's about it. Today we have an 52-week bill auction at 11:30 and the 3-year note at 1 p.m. And that's about it. The big numbers are tomorrow. So, all right. Good luck.